So it looks like there's an update in this defamation lawsuit with Drake and UMG. It says here that Drake prepares updated Universal Music lawsuit. Both sides say settlement discussions would not be productive. And it says here that Drake has to respond to the motion to dismiss by UMG or submit an amended complaint. Now, reading the article here, it says the rapper and his team are preparing to submit an amended lawsuit against the major label. Drake and his counsel told the court as much in a brief notice yesterday as we reiterated last week. When breaking down the parties' intensifying discovery confrontation, Universal Music Group is pushing hard to dismiss the allegedly meritless defamation action. And in light of the effort, the presiding judge set an April 16th deadline for Drake to either respond to the dismissal motion, which UMG filed 10 days ago, or to submit an amended complaint we previously noted. Now, the passion fruit rapper has formally committed to the latter approach of concise letter to the court shows. The retooled action Drake-led attorney Michael Gottlieb informed the judge will arrive sometime within the next 20 days, especially because one of the defamation dispute's central questions is whether Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us is causing fans to believe that Drake is actually a PDF file. It'll be interesting to see what the amended suit brings to the table. Meanwhile, UMG, a aforesaid attempt to stay discovery, Drake is seeking many documents relating directly and indirectly to Not Like Us, hinges on the dismissal motion, which the court is still considering. Apparently, this all-important discovery debate is impacting currently non-existent settlement talks as well. In a joint update, the parties yesterday underscored their agreement that settlement discussions would not be productive at this time, as Drake and his attorneys see the situation before any meaningful settlement negotiations can take place. UMG would have to hand over the mountain of Not Like Us promotion and contract specifics. Universal Music, on the other hand, only reiterated to the court that it's looking to halt discovery while its dismissal motion plays out. Regarding where things go from here, besides the amended complaint from Drake, both sides are due to participate in pre-trial conference this coming Wednesday on April 2nd. Kendrick Lamar and SZA are scheduled to kick off their Grand National Tour 17 days thereafter. It probably doesn't need saying, but Not Like Us will almost certainly factor into the concert series and in turn Drake's lawsuit. To be sure, among the 38-year-old's discovery demands are details about Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show performance, which took place a month or so after the original action submission. So UMG is not letting up. It looks like they're going to meet in a couple days again on April 2nd, which is interesting. That's when I guess we'll get our next update from here. But the amended complaint, they say that Drake has to respond to UMG or submit an amended complaint, and he ended up doing so. Now, one thing that I wanted to break down was the amended complaint, because it's a legal document filed in court that makes changes to previously filed complaints. This is basically Drake going back and trying to make any changes to his original complaint. So whatever he was complaining about, whether it was about the YouTubers or the people that were reacting to the music or whoever he was talking about when he was complaining about this originally, the halftime show, everything, right? The Grammys, everything like that. He has to go back and clarify and correct exactly what it is that he's trying to say in his complaint and add to it if that's what he's trying to do. But going back and amending your complaint, it could be looked at as backpedaling in this case scenario in the court of law. It's really just for clarification and correction. But I don't think it's a good look when you have to go back to your original complaint and fix a few things. If a defendant files a motion to dismiss, it usually argues that the complaint is flawed in some way. By amending the complaint, you might fix those flaws, potentially preventing the dismissal from happening. So there could be a possibility that Drake is going back because whatever he brought the first time wasn't strong enough. And he could go back. But if that's what we're talking about, then it looks like UMG really got him cornered here. It looks like UMG has the upper hand, because why would you make changes to your original complaint unless you feel like your argument isn't winning? That's the only reason to make any type of changes. So whether you want to call this backpedaling or making corrections, to me, it doesn't look like a good look. From my understanding, I believe they were told to highlight any updates that they make to the original complaint. So whatever's amended, it'll be something that the judge will be able to see that they made changes to right away. So if that's the case, we're going to see exactly what Drake added. We're going to see exactly what he's talking about that's trying to save him in his argument against UMG. I think UMG is not messing around, bro. I've said it time and time and again. UMG is not messing around. And I think at this point, but when we talk about amending the complaint, like what can you go back and reiterate? What can you go back and say that you didn't say the first time? Like you already talked about the Grammys and how Kendrick won the Grammys. Like, are you going to talk about how Lucian high five Dr. Dre, or like, are you going to go back and talk about the 5 Grammys, or like, I don't know, because you already brought it up. You already brought up the Super Bowl. You already brought up reactors reacting to your music, reacting to Kendrick Lamar's music, reacting to Not Like Us. Like you've talked about everything under the sun. I think it was 88 pages the first time, like the 88 pages the original time, and now I think it's over like what, over more than that. You basically talked about everything. What can you go back and amend that's gonna fix or help your case? This is what I'm saying when I say that UMG got some by the ropes, bro, because I really don't think there's anything else that he could say that could back up his arguments against UMG. You've already brought up everything. Are you going to point at more YouTubers? Are you going to say other things? I just don't see what at this point he could bring up that he hasn't brought up already. We're going to see Drake say something else that's going to be around the realms of anti-hip hop, or we're going to see him talk about some type of forum or some type of video or some type of video reaction, maybe point out more YouTubers, maybe talk about recent things that have happened in a few days or in a few weeks or in the past months that he could add to the lawsuit. I know there's going to be some more. I know there's going to be some type of links. There's going to be some type of reference to other videos. And it's just going to show how Drake will shamelessly just point the finger at other people. But like I said, rather Drake is trying to correct some things or he's backpedaling in this situation, it doesn't look good. And I think that UMG is going to win this case. We'll see how it goes moving forward. But the point is, whatever Drake talks about, I know he's going to be pointing the finger at something or someone. But either way it goes, I really don't think it's going to help at this point. Like I said, it's not a good look when you have to go back and fix your first argument, whether it's for correction or if you're backpedaling. But I think UMG got him by the ropes, man. I think they really got him right here. I just wonder if the judge will actually dismiss it, and we'll see what type of complaints Drake ends up making in the future, and we'll see into it. But y'all tell me how you feel and get back to me, man. Y'all tell me how you feel about this and everything in between. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it alleged.